Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. Back in Happy Town after defeating the lizardfolk, the troupe chose the guilds they want to learn from. Shadow Rogue spoke with Tyler and realized the puppet show Ezra put on was heavily inaccurate, leading those two to reconnect with the trust fall. Dell received a dd&d pokeball, which produced a weasel for her and a giant rat she gave to Shadam. And Shadam grew secretly determined that Ezra is the villain of this story, swearing to destroy Ezra soon, but playing along with the gods' plans for now. Will the troops' training go off without a hitch and fully prepare them to face the Dark One? I doubt it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new recording of Jesters of Ravenloft. We're excited to be here. We've already been making RoboCop as a villain jokes for 10 minutes during what has now become our warm-up of just saying things before this kicks off. We're so happy to have everybody here. So before we kick off, I will try to do, dear God, a recap of the series up to this point for anybody who is joining us for the first time right now. Wild beginning of a journey. We had 4 comedians who were at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the comedy troupe Wet Change, who were performing When They Were Sucked Through the Mists into the World of Ravenloft, a nightmare realm where they ended up outside of Happy Town, a place that is attacked by monsters every night, but the people who live there, despite constantly getting murdered and or eaten and or skinned, just stay super, super chill and happy about all of it. Tyler was spoken to by Ezra, the god of the mists, through a laurel crown that he started wearing, and then they were sent into town to hide as the town was attacked by the evil Black Knight and an army of squires. It turned out that our heroes were thought to be champions by Ezra, but ended up just being comedians, and have to collect 3 magical items before they could face off with the Dark One, the big bad of this realm. So first they went after the Black Knight to collect the Black Knight's helm, because the Black Knight said he was going to kill them the next night anyway, so they figured they'd get the jump on him. They went in and in their valiant efforts befriended the Black Knight's bone horse and then killed the Black Knight. But sadly, Guy Bradford was killed and came back with ghost hands, ghost feet, and no memory of his former life, renaming himself Shadow Rogue at a combination of his own excitement and Adam's suggestion. Adam, meanwhile, was possessed by a symbiote that required him to either waste people's time to eat or to eat their brains. He also has the ability to bite people and drain their life force, which he has done to a shocking number of NPCs. He took the Black Knight's helm and declared himself the new Black Knight, sending the squires off, who he had miraculously convinced to team up with him, to go fight the spider folk. One squire stuck around, and Dr. Deputy Anna Truick Seraph as his minion. They returned to town thinking they were doing well after being threatened by the Dark One, only to be kidnapped and thrown into the caves of the Skinless, which turned out to be a pyramid skin. It was just a demon who was eating skin and convincing people that they would get their skin back if they took skin from like 3 other people. And it had just been moving forwards. Unfortunately, the mayor of Happy Town, Werner Herzog, the star of The Mandalorian, who was kidnapped into Ravenloft first as a test case, he was lost when Adam used him as a human shield and he was bitten into 3 parts by a demon. But Tyler successfully dipped his laurel crown in the blood cauldron, and that's why Tyler now has green skin, couple of foot-long horns poking out either side of his head and long flowing black hair. He also has a pinky that he can do magically creepy things with. He hasn't done that yet, but he can. Returning to town, our heroes set off to the 3rd group, originally spider folk, but after the squires got involved and the Dark One got mad, the spider folk were traded out for lizard folk, just a different kind of animal monster people. They rode a boat over. Shadow Rogue was absorbed back out and replaced with Cat Letwin, a comedian friend of theirs, while Ezra, god of the mist, performed a puppet show of Guy's life for Shadow Rogue to try to help Shadow Rogue figure out who he was. Only Ezra made up about 60% of it, so it was not terribly accurate. Shadow Rogue was returned at the Ziggurat, where they battled lizard folk, took a secret path to avoid the mind-bending physics of the place, faced off with the mayor. There's a big old battle. And at the end of it, Dell collected the Reality Blade, a stylus that lets her cut reality, draw things, and occasionally make them into a physical form, where she blew apart the mayor of the lizard folk, as everyone had deemed to call it. Adam, over the time he was possessed, slowly shifted darker and darker before declaring himself big and bad. He also ate an NPC inside the caves of the Skinless and then adopted that guy's daughter while lying to her, saying that her dad will definitely come back because Adam's a hero. He also changed his name to Shadow Nemesis, declaring himself a big bad man, and took this daughter whose name was Hazel, renamed her Jimmy because he was drunk, then Shadow Jimmy because he was evil. He renamed himself Shadow Nemesis, tried to take over the lizard folk as an army, failed tremendously, took it out on his squire. Oh yeah, his other squire died fighting the demon, again, because Adam ordered it to keep fighting and boiling blood instead of getting out. Then he got a new squire. So he has a squire that he gave a feather to convince that it had become magical. Then he gave it a camera. So it is currently the Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Shadow Jimmy, who he has convinced are both his children. In a misplaced moment of kindness, Shadow Rogue tried to cheer up the Omega Sergeant when he was being abused, and now the Omega Sergeant thinks that he, Shadow Jimmy, and Shadow Rogue are all children of either Shadow Nemesis or the Dark One. Squire doesn't quite have that one locked down. They went back to town, had a celebratory feast because they've got a week to train in new abilities now that they have defeated these 3 different monster creatures. Everybody chose the class they wanted to study in. Shadow Rogue is wanting to be a cleric of Ezra, as he has discovered faith over this time. Dell is looking to train to become a bard. Tyler is looking to train to become a wizard. Shadow Nemesis was having a crisis of faith, whether he was evil or not. Is he an archetype? What archetype was he? And Dell convinced him that he could be both because he's a person, not an archetype, and he renamed himself Shadam. So Shadam is training to be a barbarian, and also secretly, not having told anyone else, has a plan to kill Ezra because he's determined that Ezra is evil and has taken over his friends. His plan consists of getting more power, pretending to do what Ezra wants, and then eventually convincing Dell to help him kill Ezra, Dell figuring out how to kill Ezra, and then killing Ezra. A lot of the heavy lifting is being pushed over to Dell when the time comes, but hey, that's what we all do. He also requested that both the Omega Sergeant and Shadow Jimmy train as wizards. And Dell got a D&D pokeball that a weasel popped out of and a giant rat. And that's where we're at, friends, roughly.
Jesus
well done.
Christ, well done.
What a tale we have woven.
Yeah. Oh my
Totally
God.
logical, really strong 3-act structure. You know, it's tight. Real tight focus story.
Yep.
You have all been assigned trainers and are making your way to go meet the various people that you need. Tyler, you are fortunate in that your trainer, which is Glow Silverseed, the wizard, is the closest. You are traveling over with Shadow Jimmy and with the Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows, because all 3 of you are training to become wizards.
Oh.
Is there anything you would say to these 2 minions / children / siblings? Again, children, 18 and question mark could be 1,000.
Sure. Yeah. I think maybe just a little bit of small talk of just like, so are you guys excited about learning magic?
Oh yeah, this will be great. It'll mean like when my dad gets back, he's going to be so proud because we're both going to be wizards.
Right. Yeah, I had actually forgotten that that was a whole thing for you. Just out of curiosity, what do you think you would do if your dad didn't come back?
Well, that'd be weird because I mean, I guess maybe he'd go on vacation for a bit or something, but like he'll come back. He's my dad. Where else is he gonna go?
I mean, that's a good question. But I'm just curious though. Like, you know, I heard you celebrated a birthday recently.
Oh yes, my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday.
You're a grown up. You're your own person now. As you know, is there anything that you see for yourself in the future that would be like distinct from just your relationship to your father? I guess.
Oh,
you know.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of getting taught by new dad that I need to do more murders and take more power for myself and just brutally punish all of my enemies. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Get her done.
Get her done.
Yeah.
Shadow. Oh man, I can't remember your name, buddy. Sorry. What is it?
The Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows.
Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows. I'm going to say a name to you, and I want you to just. I just want to see your reaction to that name. Larry the Cable Guy.
Who?
Okay, just a coincidence then. So, yeah. Why? Hey, Shadow Jimmy. Sorry. Why?
Oh, it's okay. I go by both names. It's just Bad Dad calls me Shadow Jimmy.
Kind of a lot's been going on. It is Hazel, right? I've got Hazel.
Yep.
Yeah. Hazel. What? Are you just in this to kind of, I don't know, please your new dad? Is that what this is all about for you right now?
I mean, realistically, I just gotta I thought I was gonna figure out my whole purpose with my OG dad on my birthday, but now he's away, but he's gonna be back soon, and then he and I could talk about my big purpose. I'm so excited. So, and right now I'll gather power and prepare to do murders and punish enemies because Bad Dad says that that's like a good next step. And then when OG Dad comes back, we'll just like finalize the plan and we're totally set. I don't have a dad. I came from an egg.
You came from an egg.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
You don't remember? Why would you? Yeah, no.
It sounds pretty cool, though.
I guess.
Are you from an egg?
Nope. I came out. I came out of a person.
What?
Yeah.
How?
That's how. That's just a mammal thing, I guess.
You like exploded out of somebody? That's crazy. You're so cool.
I mean, I don't remember how it went either, but I assume it was less harmful.
Oh, so you didn't like kill them? Because if your first act was a murder, that makes you pretty cool.
No, they're fine, and it was fine enough that they didn't seem to resent me for it, or anything like that.
Whatever. And he's just gonna walk further ahead. He's bored of you now.
So Hazel, look, I think I know what happened to your dad.
Okay. Are you going to tell me the truth this time? Or are you going to try to spin that whole story about Bad Dad murdering my real dad again?
Oh, man. Thank you for saying that, because I thought I was really worried. We've already had this conversation. No, yeah, that is the truth. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Your dad was killed by Shadow Nemesis. He's got kind of a lot going on. Not an excuse, but my friend has like another being within him that gives him power, but also has these requirements. And he indulged in those requirements, those appetites, and your father died as a result of it.
Can you roll
really
me
sorry.
a persuasion?
Persuasion. That's a 13.
Says Shadow Jimmy, who does not say anything more, just walking beside you.
Yeah. Look, I said it before on the boat, like, if you ever need anything, you can come to me. I know you've got this bond or this relationship or this thing going on with Shadow Nemesis, but I will not lie to you. And, I care about him too. Like he's my friend also. And this place is a fucked up place. You were born and raised here. You weren't brought here by another power, right?
Nah, not that I remember. I just remember town. It's a pretty great place.
Okay.
So like I could learn extra spells from you and learn how to get stronger and even more dangerous.
Well, I think you and I are pretty well on the same level in terms of like magic stuff. We're going to be learning together. I mean, if I pick anything up, I'll share with you. And if anything you learned, you want to share with me?
Sure. Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah. Study buddies, right?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. You're good? You're all right?
Of course. I'm always good. It's Happy Town. Nothing bad ever happens here.
Forget it, Tyler. It's Happy Town. I get it. Okay. Laughing less at my own reference than Del's reaction to it.
And you arrive at the House of Glow Silverseed. And the door opens, and you see the same halfling wizard that you've seen at celebrations previously. And Glow just says, all right, I'm so glad that you're all here. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so you want to train as wizards? Yeah, what are your names? What are your names? What are your names? And the Omega Sergeant rifles off his name, and Hazel explains the Hazel and Shadow Jimmy thing. And Tyler, what do you say?
I'm Tyler, just Tyler.
Oh, shit. Okay, I can train you, and I can train you. And he points to the Omega Sergeant, and he points to Shadow Jimmy. And he says, but anybody named Tyler has to go train with Tyler.
Okay. Where is he? Where's
4
Tyler?
blocks that way. Turn into the dirty alley. When it smells bad, you'll find Tyler.
Okay.
Okay, bye. And he grabs the other two and just hauls them inside. Door slams shut.
Is this a test? Is this he's like a funny little guy and I'm being tested right now? Is there a window? Yeah, okay, I'll roll a wisdom save. Wisdom 16.
16. Doesn't seem like a test.
No, okay. If there's a window, I want to just take a quick peek in the window before I make my way down.
Great. You peek in the window and you just see the Glow Silver Seed sitting the Squire and Shadow Jimmy or Hazel, however you think of her, down at a table, giving them workbooks, like starting to lecture and getting on a blackboard, just doing big chalk notes, writing in a language you don't read.
All right. Okay. I guess I'll go follow the directions I've been given and try to find Tyler.
Yep. So you start heading towards an alley a couple of blocks away. Shadow Rogue. You are being sent to meet Sister Abasi, the cleric of Ezra that you have already met in town as the leader of the Cleric Guild. You arrive at a small, run-down church near the center of town, and she comes out and just says, oh, dearie, it's so good to see you. It's nice to have you. Come on in.
Oh, thank you so much for the hospitality, sister. Okay.
And you step inside a very small, wooden-walled church. It's clearly a little bit retrofitted. It was a 2-story house where they pulled out the whole second floor. So it's rickety, but it's got a certain charm to it. Pews are made out of recycled and reused wood. Everything seems to be very cheaply nailed together, but with a real homespun heart to it. And the sister has the big wimple, the perfect outfit that would match a much more ornate church than this is, but she's clearly making do with what she's got. And she says, so you want to join the Church of Ezra? You want to be a cleric?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of already well on my way, I guess you could say. I'm in Ezra's good graces when my friends talk to him on like the daily. So yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to have friends who also have faith. That's so important.
Yeah. Although, sister, if I may, I've had a little issues. I would say during my tenure as a novice cleric. It's weird. I don't know if you have the same feelings as I do, but Ezra doesn't like to talk with me. Like I have a direct line to him, but he doesn't. He's kind of being a bit of a not nice person.
What did you say? Not nice? Do you just mean that Ezra doesn't answer your prayers right away, or that you're speaking into the ether and they're not responding, or what's?
No, this is like a direct phone call. Like if. I wish I had a reference right now, but
weirdly enough, the mists swoop in like a dart into your brain and give you a pop culture reference.
This is like the Batman from 1960, where he has a direct line to the commissioner and vice versa. Like I could talk with this guy, but he's just not talking back. He can hear me, and I know. Because I have a friend that has a direct line, and he's able to converse. So I'm really getting frustrated, truth be told, because I've died, I've come back, I'm still piecing it together, and he hasn't helped sometimes. He's graced me with insight to my past, but he's also screwed it up, and I don't know. I feel like, are there different denominations like where I can worship Ezra, but maybe take a step back and like some of this is bullshit,
Can you roll me a performance?
Okay. That's oh yes, okay. That's an 18.
18. Okay, Sister Abasi. I feel like we don't have necessarily the same cultural references, but I kind of am getting the drift of what you're saying. So you feel like you've got a friend who's closer to Ezra than you. They've got the ability to talk to Ezra, and you just get to kind of send ephemeral messages and hopes, and they're either answered or not.
Yeah, and my friend doesn't even like follow Ezra. Like it's just a dude he talks with inside of his brain.
Yes, this is one of the big challenges of trying to be a cleric is you need to have faith. Because I'm betting your friend doesn't have faith.
No, he's a faithless heathen.
Exactly. Well, see, the gods can interact with the heathens in whatever way they please. But for us clerics, we can't just ask the god, what do I do? And then they tell us and we do it. That would make us puppets. We're clerics. We have to learn to attune ourselves with the god, to become their will, to become a messenger of the message.
Okay, I mean, yes, I'm down for that. But also, I think there might be, like, I would ask the guy for the time, like something simple, like not even like, what's the meaning of life? And he just won't even give it to me. Like simple things. But okay.
Well, gods don't give clerics simple things. They're not like, oh, here's a shirt. That's not their deal. They give you aspects of their power in the moments that speak to you and your hours of need that are the greatest. And it's relative to your faith. How many times have you prayed to Ezra just of your own volition to keep Ezra in the loop on your day? Or do you only do it in a time of crisis?
I mean, well, I go into trance-like state before I go to bed. And I think that's kind of praying, like, because I'm not asleep.
Are you dedicating that time to Ezra? Are you just thinking about Ezra and meditating?
No, I'm
Ezra's
not
faith?
thinking about Ezra. Fuck.
It's okay. We're here to learn. So maybe you haven't been praying and making the offerings that you feel you should. So why don't we try praying here? Just now, you and me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So why don't you just pray to Ezra? Just start praying aloud. Let's hear the words. Say what you need to say to Ezra.
Okay. Here goes. And then I just like hunker down immediately on my ass, just like legs crossed like a toddler. Just like, Ezra, baby, it's me again. Shadow Rogue, the one and only. But I'm still diminutive in comparison to you, giver of life, lover of life, bestower of good things. I just want to take the time out of my day and say, what up, E? How's it going? Got mad love for you. God damn, I got so much love for you. And I guess that's all I got. Have a great day. Bye.
See, here's the thing. That prayer, it wasn't entirely honest. You also have your frustrations. You have your questions. You have the unfair things. You have to share who you are. And you have to share it so loud that the God can hear you.
You mean I can, like, just complain to him?
100%. That's a sacred right of every
okay. Great. Okay. I squat back down. Ezra, we need to talk. Baby, things ain't been going so great so far. And I need
You've got more rage in you than that. Let it out louder.
I need you to take me seriously.
Let it out even louder.
I am one of your greatest followers, and I have so much heart and attitude, and I'm ready to give it all for you. But you need to tag me and bring me into the ring of your I don't know, holy
there aren't wrong
land.
words you're praying. Just yell your prayer.
Just allow me to wield your power and let me embrace your love and give me love and please, baby, I love you. Listen to me, baby. God damn it, listen to me.
Can you roll me a religion with advantage?
What am I rolling?
Religion.
Oh man.
It's a 9.
With advantage? Did you roll twice and it still's 9?
Oh, with advantage. Sorry. Oh, that's much worse. Yeah, it's a 9.
Oh, guy.
And around you, you just see nothing change. And the sister reaches out and rests a hand on your shoulder, and you feel a blessing of Ezra flow through you. And she just says, sum up your feelings in one heartfelt, loud sentence all the way to Ezra.
Give me love or give me death.
Can you roll me a religion and add a D4 to your total because you have been blessed?
Oh. And add a D4. Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So 16 from the 20 and 3 from the D4.
So 19 plus whatever your religion score is. Did you add that in or no?
Yeah, the religion is with that 16.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so 19.
So as you yell, give me love or give me death,
It was a bad line.
the fireplace in the corner burns twice as bright. And you feel every door in the room slam shut, and your voice echoes out of you louder than is humanly possible. And you realize in that moment that your prayer has been answered. You are not dead, and you have learned your first cantrip of thaumaturgy. And we'll take an ad break right there.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bye, chat.
Del, you have been sent to meet with the bard Rupert Darlin. You make your way across town. You see a number of the kind of ramshackle, asymmetrical buildings that you're used to until you come to an absolutely beautifully decorated house. Nearly a manse in its size. The windows are unbarred. It's all put together. It's all beautiful. And you can see a number of people laboring on the outside to fix damage from the fight the night before. When you step inside, you see a tremendously elegant man in a red velvet brocaded coat with swept back hair, little smug, little superior. And he says, I'm Rupert Darlin. I understand you want to be a bard.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Was it Darling or Darlin?
Darlin, 2 R's, no
Darlin.
G. Darlin.
Oh, gotcha,
Please.
gotcha.
Come into my study. The other bards have been preparing the house for us, as they do every morning.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice house.
Thank you, thank you. And he leads you into a study. You can see a globe, one of those spinning globes. It's also a bar when it opens up. There are books everywhere. It's tremendously and needlessly elaborate. And Rupert sits you down in an overly padded chair and sits opposite you and just says, so of all the bards, I'm the most powerful, theoretically.
Oh, theoretically, like there theoretically could be more powerful bards, or like
No. Theoretically, I'm the most powerful. See, so many bards use music. They just play their little instruments and sing their little songs and whatever. Magic happens. But imagine a visual artist who's a bard.
Oh, yeah, that sounds better. Like I have dealt with a lot of guys trying to play guitar and like seem cool. That's it is. Yeah, it's a lot, but
Exactly. So I'm a visual artist. Now, I can draw magic into reality, theoretically, because I haven't found the magical item that'll let me do it. But if I could, the magic would be tremendous and unstoppable, and that's why they all work for me.
oh, that's what you mean by like in theory.
Yes. It's practically an eventuality, but yes, in theory.
Yeah. Is that like this? I say, pulling out my reality blade stylus. This thing that you can draw with, and I do some swoopies in the air with it.
What?
Yeah, I found this, and the lizard mare was like killing people over it with blood stuff. Yeah.
And do you play music? I hope?
No, I draw.
Fuck. Okay.
But I mean, I don't know about bard stuff, so
Perfect. So
powers combined and all that.
do you know what? I'll train you, and you can go off and face the dark one. And if it doesn't work out, I will take that fantastic tool and become the most powerful bard. You're going to be the low-level beginner anyways. So And he just looks you up and down. Del, can you roll me a wisdom save?
Sure. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Snap.
Makes it 23.
Well, looks like things are pretty windy for you, but I can't tell terribly much else. Can you tell me perhaps one of your greatest weaknesses? Like a personal failing that really haunts you.
Do I have to?
Yes. Right, forgive me for making that a request. I demand that you tell me it's something that haunts you, a personal failing.
All right, well, I'll trade you. You tell me a personal failing haunt.
No, this is part of your education. Also, I don't have failings. I'm Rupert Darlin.
I think one of your failings is you don't have this, I say, spinning a stylus in my hand. So look, we're going to work together, and that's cool, and I'll help you out if you help me out, but I'm not, like, gonna be subservient to you or whatever.
Can you roll me a persuasion?
It's only 8.
Well, this is where we're in an interesting impasse, because I'm the only one of all the bards who could trade a bard who is a visual learner, one might say. All the rest of them, if you want to take years to learn how to play an instrument and sit in a bar and sing whatever dumb words you come up with, feel free. It would be a tremendous waste. But I'm afraid you're going to have to learn my way if you want to learn to be the greatest bard of them all.
Okay, fine. Yeah, learning an instrument feels like yuck. So, what's my biggest failing? There's a lot, but I'm trying to think of one that you'd enjoy. I guess one of my biggest failings is trying to support guys who screw up all the time. So you can be added to my list.
Wonderful. So all you're saying is you have tremendously toxic relationship cycles that you can't escape. They hurt you and you seem to keep embracing it. So your life is just an endless whirlwind of pain.
Woof.
Del, can you roll me... Where did my sheet go? Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
Oh, shit. You're about to take psychic damage.
That is a 16.
16. You feel a swirl of magic attacking your mind, and you manage to just fend it off.
Wow.
But you realize that could have really hurt.
Ooh, didn't like whatever that was. Was that you?
I was joking.
That was me now, but that can be you. It's called vicious mockery, and it's where you take an ephemeral truth about someone that you can just naturally read out of them. You know how I read your weakness, no problem. And then you turn it around, and it can harm them. Why don't you see if you can do that? We both know I don't have weaknesses, but could you try to viciously mock me?
Sure. Guy who secretly wishes he could play an instrument but couldn't, and then decided to be an artist instead.
Oh, fuck. He's gonna get absolutely fucking slammed by that. He takes 2 points of damage, and then his charm is just busted. He's like, okay, so you got some skills. Because it gives him disadvantage on his next roll. So he continues to train you as you realize some of this magic is going to come to you pretty instinctually.
Gotcha.
Shadam, as you are currently calling yourself.
Yeah.
Hello.
You are planning to train to be a barbarian, and you are on your way to meet Francine the Frightful. You head into an absolutely ruined district. The buildings are collapsed. Some of them are still burning from combat the night before. And you just see an absolutely massive dragonborn step out of the shadows. She is bright red skinned and scaled. She's nearly 7.5 feet tall, just rippling with muscles, just the rock of a dragon. Wow. And she's just like, I'm so excited that you're here. This is going to be awesome. You're the chosen one and you want to be a barbarian. Am I right?
I've never seen a dragon person before, so I have my helmet on, right? So my surprise is hidden from my helmet, but I was like,
It's open faced, but okay.
Oh, you know what? I always pictured it. Like
It's
when
like
they
gladiators, the way we described. There's like around the eyes and then the
yeah,
yeah.
But like when they draw Magneto and like you see the helmet, but it's always like black on the inside.
The shadow kind of thing.
Yeah, is that?
We'll say you could turn the eyes on, so the mouth is still visible, but if you have your spooky eyes, nobody's.
All right, so all right, you can't. So it's like I got sunglasses on. All right, so I like keep my mouth straight and neutral. But my eyes are just like, whoa, like really like a dragon. And I'm like, haha, yes, the chosen one chooses to be a barbarian.
This is so awesome because everybody else, they usually pick like magical shit, but we're here because we don't fuck around. Fucking barbarians get it done. Am I right?
Exactly. All my plans usually end with me running at someone and hitting them. So I figured that barbarian was the choice for me, the chosen one.
Well, then welcome to the family, because this is where you belong. Okay, so, and she just wraps an arm around you that's like way too strong and starts just walking you into one of the ruins. She's like, so the whole trick to being a barbarian is you got to be real fucking angry. So here's the question. You think you got any darkness inside you?
Do we have darkness inside of me, Shadow Master?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you didn't hear that, but the voice inside my head insisted that, yes, we have darkness inside of me.
All right, so the first question is, and it's not even a question, it's the first step on your journey. It's only got a couple of steps because barbarians, am I right? So you got to be able...
I don't like steps. If I could just get power, that just
perfect.
Works.
You hate steps? Well, then I got a shitload of steps for you because we got to summon that anger.
Ooh, okay.
So you're standing in the middle of a collapsed building. It's got the rough shell of the ground floor around you, and then you're just in the middle of this space. Broken floorboards around, shattered furniture, the sky. She's like, you got to let that anger out. Who makes you the angriest?
And I think about it, and who makes me angry? I guess like right now, I think my friends are kind of making me angry because first, okay, I'll explain this to her. Be like, well, okay, first of all, are you pretty good at like keeping secrets?
Oh, hell yeah. Who am I going to talk to? Stupid wizards?
Yes, of course. Good. Well, I just want to tell you, and don't freak out, but the members of Wet Change are pretty big jerks, except for me. And they're always mean to me. And ever since I got this cool helmet and my best friend Shadow Master, they've always tried to hurt me, even though I've only been trying to help them. All I've done is help them. Help. Sure, I ate some people, but that was to help them. And they ostracize me and say that I need to be good. And I can't do that because I'm just so full of darkness. And it just makes me so mad. And I just scream. I go, nah!
And she says, this is your friend. And she grabs a mannequin that she's hidden behind the fireplace. And she pulls it out. It's made of straw. And she just throws it at you. Adam, can you roll me? Oh. Can you roll me a persuasion? I want to see if you've persuaded yourself to be this angry.
Persuasion? Oh, okay.
And what is your wisdom saving throw modifier?
Wisdom saving is +2.
Okay. All right. So just roll your roll. I know your DC now.
All right. Okay. But I roll persuasion plus...
You are rolling persuasion. Just whatever your persuasion...
Okay. +3 persuasion.
Great.
That is 11.
11. You passed that DC because 11 plus 3 is 14. Your DC was 10 plus your wisdom save. Wow. You've actually convinced yourself that you are completely right. Your friends are completely wrong. They're jealous. They're evil. All of those things. And you feel the rage course through you, but it is a brand new kind of rage. It feels like you are almost Dragon Balling it. You can just feel the rage overcoming you. And you lash out. What do you lash out with?
At the straw man that's flying at me.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so... if I'm going Dragon Ball, then I'll like spin. and I'll dodge it, right? But then it's like, oh, he's dodging it. But then I quickly do like a double karate chop, and I do like one on the straw man throat and one on the like back of the straw man head, and do like a and I want to like cut the head off, and then I eat the straw brains.
And you karate chop, and the mannequin explodes as your two chops split it into 3 pieces, and you grab the torso, and what do you yell in just the depths of your primal rage as you are hanging onto this straw torso before you bite down?
I say, I'm always right. Why don't people know that?
And you bite down with your fangs and just shred this middle of the torso. And Francine, standing over the fire by the fireplace, says, "This may be easier than I thought." And we'll take a commercial break right there.
Sweet.
Tyler, you've walked several blocks and end up outside a dirty, stinky, smelly alley full of trash. What do you do?
It's disturbing.
Yeah, I hear the ominous droning of coming from the alley and say, Tyler?
What do you
Tyler.
want? What?
My name's Tyler also. I've been sent to learn magic from you.
Ah, another Tyler, I guess. Okay.
I guess.
Get the fuck in here.
Okay. I'll just start to gingerly try to avoid stepping in trash and shit and try and make my way through this alley.
Yep, you make your way into this gross, disgusting alley, and halfway through, you just see a very lanky old man scuttle his way out of a pile of garbage that collapses. And he stands up, super lean, super grizzled. He's wearing a loincloth. He's got just a big stick shaped like a sword in one hand and the longest beard. His fingernails are inches long. His beard's super long. He just looks awful. And he's like, all right, so I'm Tyler Hecklin, and I'm here because I'm going to teach you how to do magic. Go stand against that wall.
Okay. I'll go stand against the wall.
All right,
Back
you
against
ready?
the wall, facing him because he scares the shit out of me.
You ready?
No, I'm not. No.
Good, because no one ever is. Dodge this.
And he just reaches down and with magic just hurls a wooden box directly at you. Can you roll me a reflex save?
That is going to be an 18.
18. The box just explodes so fucking hard on the wall next to you. He goes, nice.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck
All
is
right, you
magic
ready?
about dodge? Yes, no, fucking here it comes.
Bam. A tin can just comes flying at you. Can you roll me a reflex save?
A total of 19.
Wow. Pings off the wall again. He's like, you're pretty fucking good.
Do I learn something if I let you hit me with trash, or is I know how to dodge stuff?
And that's what they all say. And he reaches over and you just see him point at another piece of garbage. It's a big rock and it just comes whipping towards you. Roll me a reflex save.
Well, here we go. Total of 7.
7. Okay.
Oh.
You take 5 points of damage.
Oh. This was a rock.
Yep. Hits you right in the chest, right dead center of chest.
5 damage. Okay. I'm like winded, just like. Stop! I don't want to learn magic. Stop!
All right. Well, here's the question. You said if you got hit by something, would you learn something? You learned something there, punk?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you learn?
I don't want to do this. I want to go home. I'm done. I can't do this.
Well, here's the deal. I'm not going to stop hucking these at you until you throw one at me. So let's do this, big boy.
And he's reaching over to try to throw another magical item at you magically.
Yeah. What's at my feet?
At your feet. Can you roll me a d4?
Yeah.
A 4. Great. You have 4 pieces of trash. You see the skeleton of a fish that has clearly been eaten by Tyler, your trainer. You see a shoe. Just a worn, beaten up shoe. You see a lady's hat, just like an elaborate church Sunday hat that's been run down and left in this place. And you see a half a brick.
I'll kind of I'll Jackie Chan it and just like dip my toe into the opening of the boot and just like flick it at him with my foot, just try to kick it at him.
Great. Can you roll me an Arcana?
Just try to soccer kick a boot at him. An Arcana, you say?
Yes, please.
That's a total of, oh wow, that's a good modifier. 16.
16. You kick towards him and find yourself instinctively matching the gesture that he made while hurling it at you. And your item flies at him at the same time his flies at you. Roll me a reflex save.
Oh, there we go. Now that's better. We're back in business. 22.
You dodge what he hurls at you, no problem. But what you kicked at him gets magically picked up and hits him right in the torso. And you just hear him go, "Ah! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're doing okay. Oh, you're learning.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Perfect. That's real magic for you. None of this bullshit book learning. I'm going to make a blade singer of you yet."
What the fuck is a blade singer?
And all of you learn some abilities over the course of this first day in the specific styles of your instructors. Del, you pick up additional tricks from Rupert as you work your way through. Guy, you strengthen your connection with Sister Abasi. I guess Shadow Rogue, you strengthen that connection. Shadam, you start just channeling that rage, just learning how to find it. And Tyler, you are consistently abused by an insane homeless man named Tyler, who is teaching you how to be a wizard that also uses a sword. Not like those other soft wizards who just use books.
Okay.
And you all come back together at the end of the day in your room, exhausted, but having begun your journey down your class. Is there anything you would want to do before you fall asleep exhausted?
Hey guys, I want to light a fire for everybody at the hearth.
Okay,
Right.
like
Just
like
for
where
warmth.
fires should be. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody, let's warm ourselves up by the fire. Here goes.
Okay.
And I'm just going to use my thaumaturgy, and I'm just going to like pyrokinesis, like light the flame inside of
That you try. Unfortunately, thaumaturgy can make a fire burn brighter, but it can't make a fire start.
it. Okay, then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it instead. Can I move the logs together? So
You want to just make them clatter?
I'm
yeah,
just going
absolutely.
to like pretty fucking cool, right? Okay, hold on, and then I just like pull some like rags into my pocket, throw it, light it with my lighter, and then like
I was gonna say, don't you have a lighter?
hold on, shut up. Hey guys,
Okay.
little fire, huh? Bet it could be warmer or brighter.
Okay.
Hubba!
And it burst 3 times. As
Oh.
fast. Huge explosion of flame.
yeah,
That was you?
that's all me, man. That's right.
That's pretty cool.
Guess
A
who,
tiny clap.
Well done.
guess who made a connection with our Lord and Savior Ezra?
Oh, no kidding. Hey, that's great, man.
Oh, thank you so much. What did you learn today?
There's another guy in town named Tyler, and he's fucking crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, he threw garbage at me until magic happened. I don't even know what I did. I don't know if I could do it again. He just hit me with shit until the sun went down. I stink.
Oh, that's what that
that's-
smell is. Yeah.
That is me. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the logs after I thaumaturged them.
I thought it was me. The Mega Sergeant says from underneath your bed. Shadow.
They throwing garbage at you over there with glow silver.
Nah, we just read books, and then, I stink in general. But you want to see what I learned how to do?
Well, I want to know what all my children learned in school today.
Oh, great. Well, I got a new name. So now I'm the Great Wizard Illusionist Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Magic.
Good for you, son.
Thank you.
Wow.
And you want to see what I can do? I can do this.
And he points at Del, your bed sheets, and he makes them dirty.
I learned how to do that. I can soil things. Ew.
Ew.
Oh.
Can you
unsoil them?
undo it?
I learned that tomorrow.
What is it dirty with? Like, is
Hey,
it dirt?
Can you roll me a perception? Are you just looking? Or are you going to
yeah.
go touch it? Like, what are you doing?
I'm going to kind of, like lean in, give a little sniff, see
sniff
what's
test?
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
No touching, just,
It smells like eggs, and it seems like an ectoplasm, like sticky,
Ooh.
wet, gross.
Del, I don't sleep. You can use my bed.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shadow Rogue. I was about to be mean, but I won't then.
No
That's
worries.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
Is,
I'm impressed.
Is Hazel here?
Yep. Shadow Jimmy has her own bed of the many bunk beds in the room.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She's
I'll
like,
say,
yeah, no, I can cast. I mean, I learned that, but that was pretty easy. She says about the soiling. I can also clean it if you want.
that would be great. Do you want to show that off?
I don't even know why I asked. And she just reaches over, and with magic, the whole bed becomes cleaner than it was to begin with.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah,
Thank
he's kind of stupid, but like it's actually not that hard to do that stuff. That's the easy stuff. But the cool thing I learned is this. And she just gestures over her body, and you just feel her clothing and skin as you look. They just have a sheen to them. They look more solid. It's called mage armor, and it's dope.
Oh.
Ooh.
oh, yeah.
Do that on me.
Maybe tomorrow if I learn how. Right now, I only know how to do it to myself.
That was
What did you
very
learn,
good,
though?
Hazel. Very
What,
good.
oh,
That's
thank you.
all-
Thank you. What did you learn,
was-
though, Bad Dad?
Oh, I just learned to go deep inside myself, and all that anger that I've been repressing to just let it out and fight straw people. Hopefully,
I don't really-
real people later.
I never really thought of you as like an angry person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I've tried to keep up appearances. No one would want to be in a sketch troupe with me if I just, always said what was on my mind. Oh, sorry.
Oh, aside from that concerning laughter, I've always thought, whatever you have on your mind is pretty funny. That's why we have you in the group. You're funny.
Oh, well, thanks. Thank you
Yeah.
for finally noticing that. Yes.
Yeah.
Finally noticed. Okay.
Oh, sorry. said the loud part. Said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet.
I think you're saying it all out loud. You still are.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just need some air, and I scuttle out the window.
Oh.
He's going to talk to Shadow Master again. I don't know why he says he needs air. He goes out to talk to the voice in his head.
Yeah.
Del, you've managed to not show off anything yet. Are you consciously keeping it back? Are you thinking of taking a turn now that Adam isn't here to take up space?
No, I'm trying to settle back into bed. I have the weasel. I'm like, yeah. I learned some stuff, but it's all pretty mean, so I'm not gonna really show you.
Mean like combat kind of stuff, like
Insult comedy?
Oh, I guess that's a great way to put it. Yeah, this guy seemed pretty snarky. He had a nice house though, so don't mind going there again.
Oh, you get to go into a house, huh?
Yeah, sorry about your garbage.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Tyler?
I'm training in an alley.
Maybe you should ask Hazel to use the spell of cleaning on your BO.
That's a great suggestion. Hazel, you got another one of those cleanups in you?
Let's find out. No, sorry, third dad. Maybe tomorrow.
That's right. Maybe this is part of the training.
Okay, well, the window's open, so it's fine. Don't worry.
I'll go sleep by the window. Just move my bed over.
Meanwhile,
the room.
outside, Shadam, you are standing at the top of the tower of the mayor. You can just stand. The nice thing is with your abilities, you can also just stand horizontally. You can stand whatever way perfectly comfortably.
I think I'm going to be doing my think spin that
Great.
I'm doing on that little pole that's there. Now, okay, I have a question. This is Adam, me talking. Stress. That is something that you can use to make something happen that kind of you wanted to have happen, but maybe didn't have time to have
or
happen.
something that you've generally speaking, it's more like, oh, I prepared this item, I prepared this thing, like something that would happen off screen. You can say like, I want to have done this off screen.
Okay, here's my thought. So being the selfish person that I am, I would have wanted to tell the wizard at the wizard school of my kids that I want them to make only do magic that would help me. So I wonder, could I have followed them? But before I could tell the wizard, I heard this conversation that Tyler was having with your dad's dead kind of thing, and corrupting my daughter. And can I write a letter from her dad, Peter Nutter, basically explaining his absence, that he's not coming back, that I am his true dad, and that Tyler's a bad, bad man?
I will give you that realization and the ability to have forged a letter for 3 stress.
Yeah, boom. Do it.
The conspiracy continues.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Midnight Creeping by Jonathan Shaw at jshaw.co.uk, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia de los Hoodless, Dio Vassis, Loki Burrito, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.